is United Nations International Human Rights Day, and today in Brazil and tomorrow the Workers' Party of Brazil is having a major international conference in defense of democracy, to which conference the MSJ was actually invited to attend. We are of course unable to attend at this time, so in addition to sending a solidarity letter to the conference to the International Relations Director of the Workers' Party of Brazil, Sister Monica Valente, we are here outside the Brazilian embassy because today in Brazil, as part of the conference, there's going to be a major solidarity activity calling once again for the freedom of President Lula, who has been wrongfully imprisoned in Brazil, calling for his freedom, as well as the end to lawfare against other members of the Workers' Party. Recently we understood that the candidate in the elections that took place in October for the PT, Senor Haddad, that he himself is now being harassed and persecuted with allegations of corruption against him, which are false. And of course, there's further persecution of former President Dilma Rousseff. So for all of these reasons, we are here in solidarity. And we learned just a short while ago that on Saturday night, 7 o'clock Brazilian time, there was the murder of 2 leaders of the landless movement in Brazil. The initials of that is the MST. It's a very important movement of the landless. And this is a major development, very worrying, because the president-elect of Brazil, Bolsonaro, has openly called for the landless movement to be destroyed, has openly called for attacks, saying that the leaders of the PT, the Workers' Party, and the landless movement and other social movements, including trade unions, had better get out of Brazil. He's going to run them out or he'll jail them and so on. So there are very violent threats against members of the progressive movements in Brazil, and 2 of the landless movement leaders were killed on Saturday evening. So we are here outside the Brazilian embassy as part of an international campaign of solidarity with the progressive movement in Brazil, and in particular with the Workers' Party, with whom we have a fraternal relationship, as well as the landless movement, with whom we also have a fraternal relationship. And that is why we are here on this United Nations International Human Rights Day.
Tell me, have you dropped any correspondence to the ambassador of fraternity directly?
No, we did not do that on this occasion. We have done that on a previous occasion, but we have not done that on this occasion because we have before called for the release of President Lula and delivered a very long letter to the ambassador on behalf of his government. So we know that the government of Brazil received our communication on a previous occasion. So we are simply doing this as a public call once again for the freedom of Lula, an end to the harassment, legal lawfare, the lawfare that's being waged against members of the PT, and physical attacks and the violence and assassinations that have been taking place. We call for a cessation of that.
Looking up to Trinidad, how would you compare what is similar attributes that is happening within our society from the MSJ?
We have not gotten to the point where Brazil is today, and we hope never to get to that point, which is why on days like today, International Human Rights Day, it is important for us to speak about the rights of people and reiterate the rights of people to engage in struggle and to defend their interests and so on. And to say that we must not allow at any time forces like Trump or Bolsonaro or these right-wing elements to take power in this country, because they will certainly destroy democracy, even the democracy that we now have, even though we like to expand it. They will certainly destroy the democracy that we have if elements like that were ever to get into power. And the conference, incidentally, in Brazil, that 2-day conference, is an international conference in defense of democracy. We must fight for the rights of people to organize, freedom of association, freedom of organization, freedom to protest, because that is vital for the development of a peaceful society. Okay. Thank you very much.